Hello, my name is Leah, and this is my PowerPoint on Irene Schweizer. Irene was born on June 2nd, 1941. Irene grew up hearing dance bands in her father's restaurant that also doubled as a concert venue. The first instrument that Irene ever played was the piano accordion at age 8. When she was 12, she taught herself ragtime and boogie on the piano, and after a couple of years, she picked up the drums and also learned those herself. In Irene's young adult years, she moved to England for a little while and started taking lessons under Eddie Thompson. There, she learned stride, bebop, soul jazz, and hard bop. After she moved back to Switzerland, though, she started her first trio that featured her and two other drummers. Irene played in many different styles but was best known for her free improvisation. She founded this style while searching for her own creativity because she was sick of playing a certain way and how all the jazz sounded at that time. When practicing with her trio one time, in an interview, she said, "During one rehearsal, we just realized that we had no time anymore and no theme, and we just played. That was the beginning of free improvising for us." And right here is a clip. I'm going to start it at 2 minutes and just play it for a few seconds so you can kind of understand how wild she played. In an interview with Irene, she was talking about how difficult it was to be a woman in jazz. Irene fit in musically with all the men that she played with, but often wanted a break from what all the guys were doing when it came to hanging out. It often meant going to bars and drinking, and if she didn't want to do that, then she would just be alone. At the time, and till this day, Irene advocates for artist autonomy and stands against discrimination against gender or sexual orientation, as she's a lesbian herself. She also co-founded a feminist improvising group, which was just made with a bunch of females who played and toured around a little bit and raised money for different organizations. And later they renamed that to European Women's Improvising Group to sound a little less political. Irene was also the first woman jazz player to be featured at a piano music festival. Before then, it had only been men. On the topic of Irene's European Women's Improvising Group, in an interview, she said, "For me, it was an experience because I'd only been playing with men all the time, and there was no woman I could play with until the late 1970s. That quote stuck with me for a while because I was reminiscing on the fact that she was born in the 40s, and that's crazy to think about. It's quite the time difference. While going through different videos online and different solos of Irene's, I came across this solo in particular that I really enjoyed. And it was her at a jazz festival in 2016. And I'll play a little clip of it. I do think the audio starts out pretty loud, so if you have any headphones in, just beware of that. Overall, I think Irene is a very unique and strong woman. Her playing style is unlike anything I've ever heard from anybody in any style of music, which I found crazy. Even as she got older, I think her music just got crazier too. And for her age, it's really cool.
And I'm also happy to say she's still alive today. Near the end of her career, she played in a couple different trios until eventually she just kind of settled on one with two other women, and it existed for over 20 years, which is quite the accomplishment. I don't think my PowerPoint does justice on how great and how cool she is, and I'm really glad that I got to choose her and find out so much because I had no idea. I hope you enjoyed the PowerPoint. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I hope you can check out some of her music because it's pretty good.